Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Constance the Reader, and you know what time it is when I'm on the green sofa. Okay, we're gonna do another reading vlog. I did not film a lot in the month of June, but some of the things I did film, I wasn't really happy with it, so we're starting off July a little different, and I'm going to make sure that I have the same, like, you know, what's the word? I'm doing the same, I'm doing good like I did in May. I don't know, consistency, that's what I'm looking for. So we're doing a reading vlog, but I want to talk about my weekend first because I had planned to make that a vlog, but some things happened and I think that it's a pretty funny story. I'll try to keep it pretty short though. So this weekend, my husband and I went up to Alexandria to spend the weekend with my sister and my brother-in-law. It was his birthday and they invited us to do this really cool like party thing where he wanted to be on like a little party boat, the one that has like the pedals, and you're not really like actually propelling the boat, but like you could help a little, you know, and just hang out with their friends. We've met a few of their friends and they are so nice. It definitely gives me hope for the future for me and Devin, continuing to make friends and like have a solid group of friends as we get older, because I think everybody can agree once you get out of like college, it can be kind of hard to make new friends and keep new friends because, you know, people kind of go their own way, or we don't always necessarily put the same amount of effort into like getting to know people or like having a friendship relationship that we do with like a romantic relationship, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, I'm gonna insert some clips in some places because I did film stuff. We went up and we took the train, which was Devin's first time. It was really fun. I feel like he was kind of like half and half on it. Like he would do it again, but I think Devin said that he kind of prefers maybe being on a plane to a train. But I still think that the train was so much better, and it made it a lot easier because from where we live to Alexandria, there's always a specific part once you're getting like close into DC that it is just traffic galore, especially when you're coming home. And that was my big thing, like coming home and the traffic would have been insane. So we made our way up there. It was really fun. The first day was Saturday and we got to meet a few of their friends who are really nice. A couple that was there, we've met them before and they're so nice. They really like board games. That's like a big thing. And how like we kind of fit in with these people, even though like we don't know them like that. We all like board games, so that's really cool. But the first day was really nice. We got in, kind of settled ourselves, got to meet people. We went to Total Wine to get some drinks for the boat and then for that night, which was going to be like a party. And that was all fun. Okay. Weather was pretty good. Didn't feel terrible, although it was pretty hot. There was some chaos to get to the boat, but everybody made it and it was great. This is when it turns into a nightmare for Connie. Okay. I don't know that I would say that I get seasick because how many times have I been on the open ocean? I wasn't even on the open ocean, right? Like I've been on a cruise, but everybody knows when you're on a cruise boat, it's a completely different feeling than being on a smaller boat, you know, hitting them waves like this. But I have been on boats so far and didn't feel like that. I think the last time I felt seasick was when I was like 13 and we went up to New England and got to go like whale watching, and then that boat made me sick. But I also think it might have been the fact that like I'm wearing all black, I'm hot, and I don't know what to fucking do with like breathing exercises, and I think the same thing happened to me again. Okay. Boat ride starts off okay. I have long torso, short legs. That's something to know about me. I don't like a high chair, okay? If we ever go out to eat, if we ever meet each other and they ask a booth or table and the table is one of those really tall ones, don't ever say the table. Always choose a booth if you're with me, because these little legs will be like this and then they're gonna go to sleep because there's no blood flow. Okay, that's just how it is for me. I don't know why. So I tried to get comfortable on the bike seat, mind you, those aren't even made with certain anatomy in mind. So it's uncomfortable. I'm getting up, I'm getting down, I'm hot. There's not a lot of, you know, flowing going through here. There's like air. There wasn't like a big fan to kind of cool us down. That's okay, but it just wasn't good for me. So pretty quickly, I would say I start to feel sick. I stand up, kind of stand off to the side, which there's not much of a side, mind you. it is very cramped in there. And we're talking like 16 people, I think. I don't know how many people were there, but it was a lot. Wasn't a lot of place to move. And at one point when we make it, I guess, to the very far end of the water, the river, I don't know, it hits me. I'm like, I'm going to vomit. I'm going to be sick. Something bad is about to happen. So I struggle to make it to the other end of the boat, like where I was, where was the captain. Pretty cramped. I make it to the other side where there's supposed to be like a bench, but it's kind of filled with stuff. And then one of their friends has a kid who was also getting overheated, but she's like 3, you know what I'm saying? Her and her mom were both like kind of getting hot. So I was like, okay, there was no room and I would have been sitting in the sun. I have to sit on a cooler. When I tell you, I have never felt what I felt that day, okay? I'm not gonna get too graphic. I'm not gonna get too TMI, but I have to make the point to say that my stomach did things I've never felt before, okay? I didn't know if it was gonna come out or come out. It was a nightmare for me. I was so scared. Mind you, on this really tiny boat, there's a bathroom. Okay, it's just a toilet. It's, so like if this is the boat, here's where the captain's sitting. Off to the side, 3 like giant things of metal encase like a toilet with a fucking tension rod and a goddamn sheet in front of it. If I would have shit my britches on this boat, first of all, I don't think you can even flush the toilet when you're in motion. So everyone's just going to have to know that I shit, okay? What the fuck? Be less embarrassing if I threw up. But to have to drop trow and have explosive diarrhea, I'm not saying I would have had explosive diarrhea, but we all know, like, when your stomach starts making noises, there's always a chance. Would I have even had time to pull the curtain so you don't see me shitting? You know what I'm saying? Devin was an angel. He was rubbing me with ice. I mean, I had a huge block of ice just on my head. I felt sick. I was clenching everything possible within me so I wouldn't vomit or poo. I didn't know what was bound to happen. Thankfully, I will say, spoiler, nothing happened. I did not get sick in any way, but I was literally this close. Okay, do you see? There's barely any space between those fingers. I was that close to having like the most embarrassing moment of my life. I would have wanted to jump off the boat into an oncoming boat. Like, I wouldn't have wanted to experience the rest of the weekend having done that. But yeah, I was miserable. I only got enough recordings of us going the first way before I got sick. Had I been recording, you would have just seen my sweaty, pale face the whole time. So the boat ride was fun for everybody else, which was great because it's about my brother-in-law. I was like nervous that people were going to be like, let's stop the fun because somebody's sick. I didn't want that. I just wanted people to ignore me. I'll be better once we get on land. But I tell you, I was so upset when I first got sick because I was like, all right, we're turning around. Everything's going to be fine. We're almost done. No, we had to go to the other side of the water. Okay, this big ass thing. Oh God, it was terrible. I'm telling you, 5 times I thought, oh, this is it for me. I'm about to shit my britches. Didn't happen though. Thank you. We made it home. I had like a good 15-30 minutes of just like, okay, I need to take all this like soaking wet clothes off because I had put ice all over me. I let ice fall down the back of me, down the front of me. It was dripping from my head. I was like, I need a break. And that's when everything got back on track. Everything was good. Okay. I don't think I have any video recordings of the rest of the night, but the rest of the night was really fun. We were all in one like apartment and we were eating, we were playing games. Me and Devin were a little high. Devin looked fucking hilarious, but I think had been overstimulated from the day, probably from the beginning, having to wake up so early to get on the train because our train left at 7:30 basically in the morning to get there at 10. So he is like a little cutie off to the side while I'm playing a game called Camel Up with their friends, and I'm kind of high, but I did a good job. I almost won. we go back to the room, my sister's apartment, and I don't even think it took us 30 minutes to fall asleep. We're knocked the hell out, okay? All right, we're still doing good on time. I can tell this only been like 10 minutes, but I'll put little time stamps so you can skip if you don't want to hear anymore. But everything else is fine. It's okay. So next day, wake up, cook breakfast with my sister and my brother-in-law. Devin wakes up. We're all eating. The friends come over. Then everything was really great, but I was absolutely looking forward to the fact that my sister has a pool and we got to go swimming. I haven't been swimming, I think, since 2020. That's a shame for someone like me, okay? Because I love to get in the water. And we had so much fun. I think I was swimming for like 2 hours. We had sandwiches. You know, a cold sandwich is just the like, And when I say a cold sandwich, I mean like just cold cuts and shit. It's not like a panini, although that would have been delicious too. But you know, a sandwich like that is so good after you've been swimming with some chips. Delightful, delightful. But the swimming was great. We had fun. They played some games by the pool because my husband can't swim, so he can't get in the water. And I'm sorry, but it's swimming time for me. I don't have time to hold you up when I got to go in the deep end, okay? You could stay on land. The rest of the time was so much fun. And then we got ready to go get back home because it was a very short trip. Had our train, which was supposed to get there at 4:30, but didn't get there till like 5:20. But the train ride home was okay. We made it. We had dinner. And it was just so lovely. So the weekend was great. So I hopefully will have included some clips from there for you guys because I really did have a lot of fun. I wish I had filmed a little bit more, but I know what it is about me is like when I'm having fun and fully present, I don't think about taking my phone out. And I think that's a good thing, okay? I'm not trying to be like full on like influencer type content creator person per se, because I got to have some time where I'm just chit chatting, so on and so forth. But yes, that was my weekend. That was really great that I had hoped to have in this vlog. It's not in the vlog, but it kind of is. You just got like a bit of a voiceover with a lot of funny commentary because I could have died. But anyway, let's talk about the stuff I want to read for this vlog, which I realized I don't have anything near me to talk about, but that's okay. So I did not finish the Merciless ones. I really would like to, but I'm only on chapter 26. So maybe for this reading vlog, I can get to chapter 30 at the very least, which is page 337. I'm on page 302. And in total, this book has, well, in total it has 453 pages, but the last chapter, I think I saw it was 39. So I'm okay. I think that that's not so bad. Maybe in the span of this reading vlog, I can finish this whole book, but I will read till chapter 30 for it. I need to finish this single volume of One Piece. I literally only have this much left. So I'm pretty proud of myself because I finally got back into it. I'm on Punk Hazard now for this volume. So I finally made it to there. I'm currently listening to an audiobook from NetGalley. I can't remember what it's called, so I'll input a picture. It's like Murder in Something. I think it has to do with like a bed and breakfast. I kind of started it last night. I'm not sure that I'm totally going to read that for this vlog, but I will be reading it this week. I'm trying really hard to get my score better on NetGalley, and it kind of fell. Like for a while, it was stayed like consistently at 61% feedback, and it fell to 57. But I listened to one of the audiobooks during the weekend that was on the surface. I talked about it in my June wrap up. I rated it 4 stars and I thought it was pretty good. And this one is also an audiobook. So technically I read that other one in 24 hours. I think I can do the same thing with this one. Just have to give it my all. And yeah, I kind of fell off on reading My Happy Marriage. So I'm not gonna necessarily say I will read this for the vlog, but I'm going to make sure that I am reading this because it's only like, what is it, 5 chapters in this. So it's really not long, but I keep putting it off. Yeah, it's only 5 chapters. Well, there's an epilogue, but you know, it's 180 pages. I should be able to read this. And then I have a bunch of stuff over there. So I think what I'm going to read is, I'm just going to get it. How about that? I'll be right back. All right, so for the first half of this reading vlog, we're gonna keep it easy and smooth. I have these volumes of manga that I'm already in the process of, like, I'm reading the series. So I'm gonna read volume 12 of Sakamoto Days. I'm going to read volume 10 of Kaiju number 8. I'm finally going to read volume 4 of Hi, I'm a Witch and My Crush Wants Me to Make a Love Potion. And I'm going to read Kowloon volume 7. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to finish One Piece. So that is what I'm going to read right now. I will be right back and talk to you guys about what I thought of these, because I'd like to start off, you know, July, knocking some of these things out. I don't know if I'm going to end up doing like a TBR video, but I am going to do a Summerween video. So I don't know, maybe I'll think about, like, if, I don't know, that's neither here nor there, you don't know about that right now, but this is what I'm going to be reading so far, and I will see you guys hopefully soon. I can get through these pretty quickly and we can talk about them, so let's go. All right, we're back. So I finished all 4 of these while simultaneously watching the, what is it called? Escaping Twin Flames. I'm sorry, but what the fuck? I say it all the time when I watch some type of cult documentary. There's just no way that you're going to get me. Little tangent. I'm not getting got by the freaky weird looking man. Could never be got by a freaking cult that had a man as leader already. I don't do that. I don't be listening to men. Okay. I just don't. $2,000 for some of these courses? The money? Are you kidding me? You're just telling a 19-year-old to her twin flame is a bum, a loser person in a different state who is now like convicted of something. What? And then you tell a woman to stalk somebody? Like, hell fucking no. Okay, it's just not happening. I also just watched that like dancing one the other day where people got into the cult where the people dance for TikTok. Come on, like, I try not to be judgmental, but what the fuck can I say? Like, come on now. Anyway, moving on to the manga I read. So I did finish all 4, like I said. I didn't get to One Piece because, you know what I realized? I had 2 bookmarks in there. The one that was further along was not the place I stopped. So we'll be reading that a little bit later. But Kowloon Generic Romance Volume 7, good, but I am totally lost, but in the best way, because I really do want to continue on with the series. So Kujirai is this main character. She's not exactly a clone, but what exactly is she? And we still don't know by the end of this, which is very, very frustrating. Then we just got introduced a new person, and I don't know if I've met them before or not, but they're definitely weird. All in all, I don't know how long this is going to be. I have a feeling it's not too many volumes left, but what is going on? I have no idea. I want her and Mr. Kudo to be together. Who knows if that will happen, but it's like, it's just so sad. And I mean, honestly, there's so many beautiful parts about this manga. I love some of these panels. Like, you know, I know you guys don't know what that reference is, but oh my God, it's just like they have all of these moments where, I don't know, it's just so, let me find one of my favorites. Like this one here. I know you don't know what's going on, but it's so sad what Mr. Kudo is going through, but it's also sad what she's going through. They just want to be together, and she doesn't know who she is. I don't know. It's really good. I do like Kowloon. I didn't realize until recently that Kowloon is by the same mangaka as After the Rain. So I've had this for a while, and I pulled it out the other day, and I thought, I should really get into this because I like Kowloon so much. It's so weird. I feel this will also be weird. I think this is also done. Like, I think this is a completed series, so if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I mean, at this point, I probably should do my research, but you never know. Anyway, I enjoyed myself. Hi, I'm a Witch, and My Crush Wants Me to Make a Love Potion. This was really cute. I like how the relationship is developing. I really like Rose. I like the way it ended. It was very cute. Now, I'm pretty sure that there's another volume coming up, so it's not over yet, but I like the way that this volume ended. Kaiju number 8, volume 10. Wow, a lot happened in this, and I'm sad to know what's going to happen in the next one. It seems like some people are going to die, and they're not going to get the opportunity to be saved, but that could change. You never know what could happen, and I'm excited to see where this goes. But a very calculated thing was done to the defense force, and who knows what the hell is going to happen next. And I also read volume 12 of Sakamoto Days. Now, I actually was confused at the end of this. I might need to go back and reread something, because we just found out some people are working with X who I thought were not working with X. I thought they were the opposite. I thought it was the other way around, but apparently that's not true. And now I don't know, like, maybe I do need to read the last 2 like previous volumes to this, because I think I might have missed something when they have to go to JCC and save the students or stop whatever is about to happen. And I'm a little lost, but I'm still gonna keep on trucking. I'm still moving along with it. I'm enjoying it, so I'm not gonna stop myself. So I read 4 volumes. That's a good start. Where are we going from here? Now, I think what I would like to do, I'm almost done with the Twin Flames documentary. It was on in the background. I did not let it distract me, clearly, but I'm gonna let that 3rd volume play. That's for sure, because my sister's already watched it, and she was like, you don't even know what's about to happen in episode 3. I can only imagine what the hell's about to happen with this freaking weird ass couple. I mean, he's calling himself God. Come on now. Come on now. Give it up. People gotta stand up and say no. No, thank you. So I'm gonna take this time to read to chapter 30. So yeah, almost 40 pages. That's really not bad. So read 40 pages, get a little bit further in One Piece. Yeah, I definitely had my bookmark in the wrong thing, because we just saw, because what I remember last reading was they run into Law. So yeah, I don't know why the hell I thought my bookmark was running along, because I know I didn't know what the hell was going on. But okay, I'm gonna try to finish One Piece. Then I have all these over here. So this is a newer volume that I got, and it was The Condemned Villainess Goes Back in Time and Aims to Become the Ultimate Villain. I think I would like to read this because it's the first in a series. You know, I want to see how it goes. This one was pretty drama-filled from the synopsis. Very sad, if you ask me. Then I've got some volumes that I've been saying I'm going to read for a long time. So even though I would like to read this, we're going to put this in the maybe pile. So I'm going to start off by saying that. One Piece is I have to read it. The Condemned Villainess is maybe. I have to read Shojin X Volume 2. No more excuses. I just need to get it over with. I will read Syrup Volume 1. It's a Yuri anthology, but that is going to be for later. I'm not making that my priority now in the second part of the reading. The second volume of Read or Dream, We Are Paper Scissors Detective Company. And that's going in the maybe, because I do want to read it. There's only 4 volumes, but I don't need to prioritize it right now. Then I have volume 5 of Freerin and volume 2 of Claymore. And honestly, I'm putting these in the you have to read pile. I think it's a good idea. It'll be another 4 volumes, and that'll be 8 volumes for the reading vlog. Now, I don't know how long it's going to go, but I think I want to at least stick with these 5 things, and maybe at some point a little bit later, I'm going to listen to the audiobook. So I, again, forgot what the audiobook was called. I should have already put an image up by now in the video, but I'll put another one up here since I don't remember, but I promise next time I come back, I'll remember the fucking name. I will try to listen to a little bit more of that, because there is no excuse why I can't get the audiobooks done that I've received from NetGalley listened to quickly. Honestly, some audiobooks I couldn't really listen to them in a day, and because I'm listening to them on like 2 times the speed, sometimes 2.5 depending on the narrator. So I actually am capable of getting books read very quickly if I'm listening to them. So yeah, these 5 some audio, and we'll come back and I will talk to you. I'm gonna eat a snack, have the thing playing on in the background, but still kind of reading, and I will talk to y'all in a second. Hopefully it is still sunny out. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back. So today is actually Thursday. I know I skipped a whole day. I didn't skip in terms of reading. I actually read a lot on Wednesday, but I had to work. So a few things happened. So I actually went ahead and finished the Merciless ones. I know I talked about how I just wanted to get to, I don't know, I think it was chapter 30, but at the end of chapter 29, something really serious happened and I just couldn't put it down from them. So I read as much as I could on Tuesday, finished the book on Wednesday, and honestly, I would say I would rate this either 4.75 or 5 stars. When it comes to the second book in a series, I feel like it can be hit or miss, especially when it's a trilogy or a series. It can really be like a filler book. So I sometimes feel like it almost didn't need to have a second book. You could have literally chopped it in half and put some of that content in the first book and some of that in the third book and just whatever. It wasn't like that with this one. I feel like this was so necessary. You have to find out what or who or the Merciless ones are. And I think that it was just great. I mean, we had all of this lead up in the first book, which is the Gilded Ones. And I remember reading that for the first time, and when it ended, I thought, oh, I wouldn't even care if the series ended now. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. But I obviously would want to read more because I want to know what else goes on. Just for us to get to this book and have that moment of, oh shit, that is not what I thought it was going to be. So I really liked the introduction of this information. We learned a little bit more about Decca, about her powers, and some other mystical shit that's going on. So it is now my turn to pick for the book club. This was my mom's pick. I picked the Gilded Ones. We're taking the month of July off because it took all of us a little longer to read this. We kind of had an agreement that we would read books 350 pages or lower, and if we wanted to read books that were a little bit longer, we would just have to like ask everybody, get their temperature on it. So I'm thinking that in August, I'm going to want to read the third book. But it's gonna be hard because I want to start the book now, but we shall see. But anyway, this was 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun reading it, and the covers are beautiful. I don't even know where this is going to go because it's just really good. The book that I was listening to for NetGalley that I can, for the life of me, not remember the title, I also finished that. And that was Murder on Devil's Pond by Ayla Rose. Almost smacked myself in the face with the damn iPad. This was a really cute, cozy mystery. Got this from NetGalley. I would definitely recommend it. Let me see, because this also comes out soon, right? This comes out on the 9th, so it comes out a few days from now, which is kind of cool in this situation. It is basically following a young woman named Hannah. She runs a bed and breakfast. What else is new when it comes to a damn cozy mystery? Okay, you're either running a restaurant, running a bed and breakfast, or a bakery or something. So she runs a bed and breakfast, and you know, she has kind of like a checkered past. You know, she has alcohol and drug situations going on from when she was younger. Okay, it really seems like she came from like a weird home situation. But she runs this bed and breakfast, and not too far away from her is the house of this like curmudgeon neighbor named Ezra. And when she ends up finding him dead, she's like the only person who is really like sad about his death because, you know, he was not well liked, and she is so much younger than him that it's like she doesn't know the backstory of why most people don't like him. So because she feels like nobody really cares, she makes it her mission to find out who did this to him, just like a cozy mystery, because we all know that's just inevitable. They are going to make sure that they solve the mystery. Now, no one asked for it, but they're going to do it anyway. So she wants to solve the mystery, but to also do that, she kind of has to find out more about him. And then that's what kind of brings up all of this nasty stuff. Not nasty, but this stuff that, and why people don't like him. Well, simultaneously while this is happening, obviously the guy's dead, they have to settle the estate, and his nieces and nephews, because he didn't have a kid, are coming out of the woodwork and trying to claim the land that his rundown houses on, but the land itself is like really valuable. And some of these people don't like the way that he did his will and who he left all this stuff to. So in general, I really liked this. I think I would probably rate it a 4-star. It was good. This is my first time reading this author. I listened to it as an audiobook and I liked the audio. They're from Vermont, so some people have a New England accent and others don't. So that's kind of like weird because they all seem to be from there, and yet some people's is thicker than others, but like the vast majority of people don't have an accent. I have family that's from New England, and honestly, they all kind of fucking sound like that. So I think everybody should have had an accent, but who am I? And I thought it was a good book for a debut cozy mystery. Now, I don't know if this person has written other stuff, but this is the first in the series for the Hummingbird Hollow Bed and Breakfast Mystery. So yes, 4 stars, 3.75, 4 stars. I liked it. I would recommend it. Now, did I read the other volumes of manga that I said I was going to? No. I requested some manga on NetGalley because I was like, now what the hell am I thinking that I'm not requesting manga? That was stupid of me. So I requested 2, I read 2. I actually requested 3, but I only read 2 because they were shorter than the third one. First one I read was The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. This is a play on Romeo and Juliet, and I really liked this. I thought this was really, really cute. I liked the first volume. I know that I will read the second volume, and I think the series is actually complete. So I might as well read the whole thing, but I'm going to try not to physically buy it because I know I don't need to do that. Basically, you're following 2 high school students, and because it's like Romeo and Juliet style, they both go to 2 different schools. One school is called Chidori, and it is for the delinquents. It's basically an all-boys school. I haven't seen any girls there, although it doesn't sound like it's all boy, but who am I? I don't know. And then the other school is, I can't remember the name of it. Okay, it doesn't say it in that review. The description on Goodreads is like in German or something. I don't know. But she goes to an all-girl school that's right beside it, and it's very preppy. It's known for like rich girls and blah, 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 blah. So our main character, Rentaro, he's really tall, and he's perceived as being very scary, even though he's really just quiet. He doesn't really do anything. I mean, he does fight sometimes, but only to kind of defend himself. And then you have Kei Oruko, I think that's how you say her name. She is really sweet, very, very open, very extroverted, wants to get to know him because they end up meeting at his family's patisserie bakery. And yeah, they don't realize that the other one goes to the other school because they don't see each other in the uniforms. I don't think at first, but then they find out that they both go to a different school. It's very cute in the very beginning, and I definitely like where it's going. Although if it's a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, we know how that's gonna end. So maybe, just maybe, it won't end that way, and it will not be so bad. But I don't have high hopes. And then I got Suzume Volume 1. So some people may have watched this movie. I don't think it's an episodic, series. I think it's a movie. But that was based off of a light novel, and then they decided to make it into a manga. And this was really good. I can already tell that when I watch the movie, because it's already in a queue in whatever platform I saw it on, I will cry. I actually started to tear up while I was reading this because you're getting little breadcrumbs about her relationship with her mother. I know that it's going to be so sad when we find out what happened to her mom, but I'm also really, really loving this story so far. So I will absolutely be reading the next volume. Only thing is that, let's see when the next one comes out. So it looks like the next volume comes out on the 21st of August. And it looks like there's 3 volumes. And the third volume doesn't come out until the 15th of October. So all of the volumes will be released in 2024. I just have to wait. I don't want to watch the movie yet because I really do want to read it, but that would mean I have to wait till the end of the year. So maybe I will just go ahead and watch the movie. If they end up having 2 of the other volumes available to review on NetGalley, I'm going to request them because why the hell not? I think it would be worth it. I think it would be lovely. So yeah, so like I said, today's Thursday. I have the day off because my company gave us all day off, which is nice. I don't watch fireworks. I don't celebrate 4th of July. So it's just a day off for me, which I like. Devin gets off early, so today will be our hangout day. So I figured I'm going to read a bit and then I will end the video. We're also gonna play games, so who knows, maybe I'll put something there, but I have to edit a video that I want to post for tomorrow. So I might show you guys me doing that, you know, like back in the day when I would have my little sped up, like, look at me doing stuff. I'll show you that. I want to read some more manga, and I may show you guys us playing games, but usually what we end up doing when we have like our nights off and we're together, we make dinner, we might play a game, we might not, but we always watch movies together, we get a little high, and we just munch on stuff, and it's just a fun little night, okay? I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's one of my favorite things to do. So let's talk about what I'm going to be reading for the rest of the video. Okay. Devin literally hates when I do that accent. It's just so funny. Like, I feel like there's just something about a Southern accent. It really puts the emphasis on something, okay? Say what you will about a Southern accent. You mean business when you have it, okay? And that's why I love it. That's just me. I'm gonna stop now, but I love that accent. Sue me. I dare you. Because I'd take you for everything you're worth because I would win. Everybody knows it's a good accent. Anyway, so we're gonna be reading Chojin X. Like I said I would be. I already kind of started it. I vaguely remember what happened in the first volume, but I have a good gist, so I'm just gonna keep going with it. I have an idea. I said I wanted to, oh, actually, were these my maybes? No, these are my definitelys. Claymore Volume 2, Free Run Volume 5, and continue on with One Piece Volume 67. Oh, I have kind of lost interest, but it's just because so much is going on. But when is so much not going on in One Piece? You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna keep it to these 4, and I will be back because I can see that this is getting a little long and I want to be able to talk to you guys about what I read. So without further ado, let's read these volumes. All right, so I'm back, and this is going to be the end of the video because I know I said that I wanted to keep this one short and that Thursday would be like the end of it because I had all day off today and I do have to work all day the next 2 days. So I'm probably gonna run out of time. So let's just go over what I just read. We'll do a little recap and then we'll end. So I did end up reading Chojin X Volume 2. I enjoyed it. Honestly, it made me want to just go ahead and pull Volume 3, and I'm not sure. I didn't dislike the first volume, but I kind of feel like I was kind of indifferent to it. This one I enjoyed because we're really getting into what's going on, and I enjoyed it. So I might just go ahead and pull Volume 3, check it out, see how I like it. And after I read Volume 4, which is the last physical volume I own, I think at this point the 7th volume has been released. I think I'm not going to buy any more physical volumes. I'm going to see what I can read either for free. It's not really free if you're paying for the app, but what I'm going to read on the Viz app, or if I can find it online, because I really want to try to read more of these series digitally because I just don't have the space. It doesn't really make sense for me to keep doing the things that I do, you know, because like I said, I'm running out. I finished volume 67 of One Piece. This was also really good. As I said before, it's very chaotic. A lot is going on Punk Hazard, but I enjoyed it. I feel like every time I finish a volume of One Piece, I really am excited to read the next one, but then I don't pick it up. So I just need to keep the same momentum because I really want to keep reading it and get as close as my husband is. Now my husband's like keeping up weekly with One Piece, so I obviously have a long way to go, but it would still be nice if I could get a little bit further, you know what I'm saying? So I picked up volume 2, which I said I was going to read. The way this ended, oh, you can kind of see her. Can you see her eyes, her silver eyes? Yeah. It's a little bit easier to see it. Maybe it doesn't matter. That's really not that big of a deal. Anyway, as I said, I was going to read Claymore Volume 2. I did. I enjoyed it. But the way it ended, I had to pick up Volume 3. Okay? And I did. And honestly, it's making me want to read 4 and 5, like I have behind me. And I'm thinking I might do that. Like, as of right now, what's going on behind me, or what I pulled a very long time ago, I had the first 5 volumes of Claymore. It took me a long time to get to 2, if we're being honest. And then I pulled most of the Punk Hazard arc, I believe, of One Piece. At this point now, I'm like, I might as well read these 5 volumes because I'm really enjoying Claymore. It's very, very cool. But I'm also liking One Piece. Like, I really should just hunker down and, I don't want to say get it over with because it sounds like I'm really like, it's like a chore. It's not that it's a chore. It's just that it feels like a chore. You know what I'm saying? It's not. But I didn't end up reading Free Run Volume 5. Now I want to, and I do plan on reading it this week. I'm obviously not reading it for this vlog because the vlog is over now. But that would mean that if I wanted to read the rest of what I have pulled, that's been sitting here for months, I will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have 5 volumes. Every time I get a few steps, I get a few steps back. It's a damn shame. But either way, the vlog was good. I read all 4 of these volumes. I read 2 volumes on NetGalley. I'm really proud of that. I talked about them earlier. I finished The Merciless Ones, and I finished Murder on Devil's Pond. So I did very good. I'm very proud of myself. So congratulate me. Oh, the cheering, yay, Connie did it. Success to the vlog again. The new video that I was editing for this video will be up tomorrow. I already scheduled it. I'm gonna try to make sure that I get all of my clips uploaded to my computer quickly so that my next day off, I can just go ahead and start editing them. I might just start putting them together. I might not go like super deep into editing, and maybe we'll see if I can get the vlog out Monday, because I do want to continue to film a vlog every week for the rest of the month of July, because a lot is going on. A lot is going on for me to read. I got time. I got stuff to do. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching my vlog. I appreciate you so much. If you like the video, please like the video. If you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on other social media. It's on the description box down below. And you have a good day. Goodbye.